Stangibelisco here. Yesterday, which was Friday the 3rd of May, I tried to order some stuff from Walmart with my credit card online, and it wouldn't accept my transaction, so I canceled the account out of fears that perhaps the account had been compromised. And actually went down to Spearfish, drove down there. It's about 15 miles. Beautiful day out. And got the stuff I needed and some other stuff I needed in Spearfish at Walgreens. Now the freeway between here and, between here and Spearfish essentially, has a speed limit of 65 to 75 mile an hour. I have not driven that fast or that long with this car for a long time. I've limited my travel mainly to Deadwood and back, going to the clinic to see various doctors and to have a wound attended to. They call it wound care. I won't get into the gory details, but it has the potential to result in amputation of my left foot. So we're talking some pretty serious business here. You have to arrange your priorities when they get that extreme. And a lot of things that used to matter don't matter much anymore. But YouTube videos still matter. They'll always matter. In any case, when I got back, I went into one of those little gas station stores where you can get some specialty items, expensive, but I just happen to need certain things that only they had. They make their own chili and they make their own vegetable soup and things like that, and I can get some of that stuff. And this was about maybe noon, so it was about lunchtime. And when I went back out to start the car, it started up. It started revving, but it would just keep going like I was trying to start it and it didn't want to start. And I couldn't make it stop or start or change anything except by shutting it off. I just shut it off and said, uh-oh, let's try this again. And I tried again, and wouldn't you know it, it started right up. Went on home, had my goodies, and took a nap. Short nap. Now that car was quite warm. The engine temperature and everything had risen quite a bit after driving about 30 total miles, mostly at 65 to 75 mile an hour, on a day when the outdoor temperature approached 60 degrees. But the temperature gauge in the car never rose beyond the middle level. No warning lights came on. The computer will warn me about just about everything, even things that aren't problems. So if there was something wrong, I would have thought I would have got some indication that there was, but there wasn't. When I got back home, just out of curiosity, after I shut the car off in the garage, but before I closed the garage door, I decided to try and start it again. And it did the same thing. Shut it off. And then when I started it up again, it was perfectly normal. I went online and tried to research starting problems with 2010 Ford Taurus cars, and a lot of them have various starting problems. People have tried to fix them and oftentimes made the problem worse. Even mechanics have been befuddled by some of the problems. But I did not encounter any description of this particular problem. I called my repair mechanic locally here, and he used to be a Ford mechanic, and he said, this is a new one on me. I've never heard anything like this. Why don't you bring it in on Monday? We don't have much to do if you have time. And so I thought, well, maybe I will. Let's just see what happens if I let this car cool down for a few hours and try again. So this is about the middle of the day. That evening, around 7, I figured the car had cooled down. It was in the garage, out of the sun, out of the potential weather, storms and hail and snow and things like that. And snow when it's 60 degrees, right? In the black holes, possibly. But it started up right normally, just like it always does. So it's a temperature-related issue. How hot is the engine? How long has it been running? And why does it take 2 tries to make it start? I'm going to ask you viewers that question and see if you've ever had any experience like this, and if you've ever found any resolution for it. Or even if you haven't. Even if you think I'm just a nutcase imagining all of this. Well, no, you can keep that to yourself. I await your responses, relevant and informative, if you have any clue as to what this might be, what it might involve. Stan Gibilisco signing off. Until next time, so long.